This video is to incriminate two people. One is this person here, Sean Tobin, who was at the Lone Grove Middle School in the sixth grade when I had just got here. He was calling himself Sean Mullins. He told me he was going to be a design engineer, and there he is as an electronic design engineer somewhere. But he was at Alcatel. He was also at DRS Infrared. Um, I'm also incriminating James Darst, who is, I believe, from the Hilton, Oklahoma area. I cannot find his picture anywhere, but he knows Sean Tobin, and he was also at DRS Infrared. James Darst is also the person that was the magician while we, the Lone Grove, middle school, were at a magic show in the Lone Grove Middle School, and he came in and pretended like he had this little, thing that would go through somebody's wrist, and then all of a sudden they still had a hand, stuff like that. That was that James Darst guy. Both of them know Bruce Mills, the rapist. The rapist. This is the person who I was told raped Trinh inside the Richardson police station while Stone Cold Steve Austin allowed it to occur. Sean Tobin, this guy here, on my last week or so, right after I was promoted engineer at Alcatel, he had the nerve to show me a program he wrote about, when someone sends out something about getting laid off and you have no choice but to say, okay, I'm laid off. You can say yes or no, and it always says you're still laid off, something like that. So I wrote a little program for you, Sean Tobin, just to show you that I'm just as good at this stuff as you are. You may know, more than I do on some things, but I'm going to make sure you go to jail for what you did to me and my ex-wife and all the other people that were hurt because you were in a conspiracy against our rights. So this is a program you can send out to your employees when you decide to lay somebody off. You can. Since the company has experienced a reduction in its workforce and you have been affected, are you okay with the decision? You can say no. And then I'll play a little video for you. And you don't have to play a whole video, I'll give you 10 seconds. And then click say bye. Or if somebody decides, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, I'll go ahead and take it. No people, nobody willfully accepts being laid off by Jose Nunez. So that most people say no, but if you say yes, I don't think this is a good way to lay your people off. Now I laugh because it's not a good way to lay your engineers off or any person off in a company. But you know what Oklahoma and Texas thinks is they're just going to have a little party and say, "Look, Brett, everybody's still alive. It's just a joke." No, you really hurt people. I really did get alcohol poisoning 5 times. They really did, mutilate April's teeth and gums. A dentist did. They really did put me in jail 5 times to cover up what they did. I really am homeless. I really lost everything. I ain't got nothing left. I'm writing software on my mother's computer. This is something I bought her before I was laid off at Intel Corporation. Nobody wants to tell the truth, including the police, when everyone in the entire nation knows I'm telling the truth. Everyone knows. And all that you will do is laugh in my face and mock me. What kind of hypocrite police officers do we have in this world? Just remember that your kids are watching you be hypocrite police officers. And your children are watching you teach them how to be liars.